Hey friends, happy summer. For this week, we are doing everything chalk art. So all you need is some sidewalk chalk, you need a pavement, your driveway to create your work of art. Of course, sky's the limit. For this activity, I'm going to show you how to do a chalk art mosaic. So along with your sidewalk chalk, if you have some painter's tape, you might have it in the garage or basement, see if you have it available. Masking tape might even work for this activity as well, but you can get it pretty easily at the hardware store. So what you need to do is sketch out an image, and something really simple works better. I just printed out a star and I kind of use that to kind of draw out my star. And of course it's not perfectly perfect. My lines aren't completely straight. What I did as I sketched is I kind of stepped away to see if the star the triangles look somewhat even. A heart would be good, something, even a geometric circle, a square. Keep it simple. And basically what you want to do is just draw the outline of your shape onto your pavement. And then of course I'm adding some other circles and details. And then I'm going to show you how to add painter's tape in order to create a mosaic effect, almost like stained glass for the image. So after you sketch it, you're going to take your painter's tape and you're basically going to use it to outline your image. And then after that, you're going to put kind of all kinds of tape lines within it, in your image, in order to color in each of the spaces a different color. So I'm going to outline my image with tape. After that, we're going to speed up the video, and then you're going to see how I add tape to the inside as well. All right, friends, as you see, I used the tape to tape up the outside of my star. Now, if you're doing a heart or a shape that has curves, you don't have to tape the outside. But for the mosaic effect, you definitely need to tape the inside, and I'm going to show you how to do that next. My sons Jeffrey and Isaac are coloring in the designs around my star, and we decided to add some rainbow circles and a technique that you might see in the other videos where I use chalk and water. So they're actually dipping the chalk in a bucket of water, and it makes the color a little more vivid, and it's easier to spread the chalk around as well. All right, so my next step is I'm going to use tape to tape up different lines within my star. All right, we are done with our taping. I have my buddy Jack Japp. He was my good observer. And so what I basically did is just randomly put in all kinds of different tape lines within my image, within my star. And Jeffrey and Isaac were so helpful in coloring in my other designs while I was doing that. And then the next step is to start coloring in between all of your tape line spaces. And since it's a mosaic, you want to alternate colors. So you don't want to place like a red chalk right next to a red one. You kind of want to switch up colors so it has more of that cool stained glass effect. Another thing we discovered with the water is that if you have a paintbrush handy, you could dip your paintbrush into the water, add a little bit of water to the pavement, and then take your chalk, and it spreads it out a little bit easier. Or another thing you can do is just start coloring in your spaces, and then when you're done, after you take the tape off, you can use a paintbrush to go over your chalk, because it makes the color kind of a little bit more vivid as well. So we're going to do that next. We're going to start coloring in our spaces using a little combination of chalk and water. And then after that, we're going to lift up our tape and then our image will be done. All right. So here, as we worked, we found some tips that will help you along, hopefully, when you do your chalk art drawings outside. Water is key, especially like us, if you're doing something very, very large. What we did is, if you have a paintbrush, a larger size paintbrush, that you like a house paintbrush, brush a little bit of water onto the pavement and then add your chalk. But you don't want to add too much water, because if you do that, your chalk will break and you'll totally waste a whole stick. So you want to kind of experiment. So, or maybe brush a little water, give it a few, maybe about 20 seconds, and then add your chalk on top. But the water really, really helps to spread it around a little bit easier to cover your work surface, and it makes your chalk colors a little bit brighter. Another thing I'm going to do is, after we take off the tape, I'm going to take my paintbrush as well and go over some of the chalk lines to make the colors really, really stand out before I take my last photo. And just like when you're using regular paint, every time I'm going to switch colors, I'm going to dip my paintbrush in the water. Don't want to do too much water though, because then I'll just wash all my chalk away. Okay, but water definitely helps to bring out the colors, make them a little more vivid. So we are going to take off the tape and see what we got. Okay, friends, we had a little bit of some audio issues, so if you notice, I am not in an orange shirt anymore. We are in day 2 of this recording. The good thing is it didn't rain, so we still have our artwork to view, and it's just basically the wrap up. I'm going to show you how to take a photo of your artwork. So, but it's good right after you do it to take that photo, because in case it rains, you don't want to lose that beautiful work of art before you have that snapshot of what you did. So as you see, I removed all of the tape from the image, and you probably saw I took the paintbrush and water and kind of touched up the areas of chalk that I didn't want. Kind of works as an eraser, so if you made a mistake somewhere, you can use that to kind of go over and wash away some of the chalk that you don't want. But don't overwater, because then your chalk could completely go away. You don't want that. So the last step is, of course, a picture. If you have your phone handy, if it's a big image like mine, you definitely want to have your arms up, step away from it, try and get the best light. Right now we have a shadow area. That's a little bit of a problem, but try and find the best angle. And I think I might come over here, because my background would be the grass. Yeah, that looks good. And make sure you get the entire image. Take a few. And also, you can get yourself within your artwork. Best thing to do is to either kneel down, or you can lay down with your artwork. But then get somebody else to take that picture of you. And think about the other videos I showed you where people actually did a 2D drawing and then put themselves within the chalk drawing. They were all laying down. So say if you draw a bicycle, you're going to have to lay down and pretend you're in that position on your bike. Oh, I hope I can get back up off the floor, off the ground. Anyway, friends, I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope you go outside and make some awesome chalk art drawings. Please make sure to post them. I want to see your amazing creations. Have a wonderful summer. I miss you, and I hope to see you more sooner than later. Bye.